Today, we're diving into a really different way of looking at health and healing. It's not about fixing something that's broken, but about remembering a kind of perfection that was already there. We're going to explore a fascinating relationship between our mind, our body, and our spirit.
So let's just jump right in with a question that kind of flips our whole view of the body on its head. What if your organs, your heart, your liver, your stomach, what if they weren't just biological machinery, but were actually conscious beings that you could communicate with?
And here's the second big one. What if the you that you experience every single day is just a temporary vessel? And what if your true, essential self was something else entirely? Something like a perfect, indestructible golden orb of light. Just keep those two wild ideas in your back pocket as we go through this. Okay, let's unpack that first idea, the one about your organs having a mind of their own. This perspective asks us to see our body not as one single thing, but as this huge, sprawling ecosystem of conscious lives. This slide really lays it out. On one side, you've got the conventional idea. Your body is a single machine, and your mind is in the driver's seat. But on the other side, you've got this radically different view. Your body is more like a community, a composite of countless individual lives. And every single one has its own consciousness, right down to the cellular level.
So in this way of thinking, illness isn't just a mechanical failure. It's actually a communication problem. Imagine your mind is the command center, and your organs are all the workers. If you keep pushing them too hard, or you ignore the signals they're sending, they might just rebel. Sickness, then, becomes a kind of internal protest, a disharmony from within.
And this is the central metaphor, and it's a beautiful one. You aren't just a person, you're a galaxy. And every single one of your cells is a living star, a planet, a being within that galaxy. A system that vast and that complex can't be ruled by a dictator. It needs harmony. It needs dialogue. Okay, so if your body is this galaxy of countless lives, then who or what is at the center? What is the core you in all of this?
Well, this philosophy calls it the spirit body. This is your true eternal self. Your physical body, with all its aches and pains and vulnerabilities, is really just a temporary vehicle, a car you're driving for this indestructible core.
Now this leads to a really powerful mental practice. Instead of focusing on the pain of an injury or an illness, you do the exact opposite. You mentally shrink the problem down and instead focus on the huge, vast, undamaged spirit body that contains it. You're basically zooming out from the tiny part to the infinite whole.
But look, this isn't just a theory to think about. It's a practice. So let's look at the specific meditation technique that's used to connect with this core self. The method is actually a pretty simple nightly meditation. As you're getting ready for bed, as you're falling asleep, you just visualize your spirit body, and you see it as a flawless, perfect golden orb. The real key here is consistency, making this image your focus night after night.
And this golden orb, it's so much more than just a peaceful image. It's meant to symbolize your original true state, like your factory settings. It's that perfect life force you were given, totally untouched by any illness or imperfection you might be dealing with right now.
So, I know what you're probably thinking. How is picturing a golden orb supposed to actually heal anything? Let's dig into the fascinating logic behind how this is supposed to work.
This analogy is just perfect. The standard approach to medicine is often like fixing individual bugs, treating the symptoms. This approach, though, it's like upgrading your entire operating system. The idea is that by restoring the whole system to its original perfect state, the individual bugs kind of take care of themselves. And here is the most profound part of this whole thing. That golden orb, it isn't just a symbol of your perfect past. It's a vision of your perfect future. It's your ultimate form, the pure, shining energy body you are destined to become at the end of your soul's journey. So, let's just connect all the dots here. Your true essence is the spirit body. The ultimate version of that spirit body is the golden orb. So, this meditation, it's not just positive thinking. No, it's way more active than that. It's about projecting your future perfect self onto your present body to kickstart your deepest, most innate healing forces. When you put all this together, you've got way more than just a healing technique. What you have is a revolution in how you see yourself. It's about fundamentally changing your inner story. And this quote really just cuts right to the heart of it all. Stop making your current sick self the protagonist of your story.
The whole idea is to identify with the eternal solution, not the temporary problem.
The true hero of your story becomes that timeless, golden self. And from that perspective, from that point of view, your present-day problems, they start to seem a lot smaller, less threatening, and just way less significant. So, we'll end with this question. Forget the spiritual framework for just a second. What's the psychological power of a practice like this? If you were to consistently visualize your own perfect, ultimate form every single day, what kind of power might that focused imagination bring to your mind and to your body? It's a really fascinating thought.